day three of RimWorld Biotech. So if you're just joining in the chat or you're watching this later on YouTube or VOD or whatever, this is day three, even though I've divided the recordings up about 3 a day. So I've been trying to divide them up about 2 to 3 hours so they're just faster to upload onto YouTube. But yeah, let's get in on day 3 of Biotech. I have been having fun though. If you haven't seen any of this, well, first off, if you're watching on, like I said, YouTube or something, just go back to the first episode. The playlist will be in the description and comments and all that kind of crap. But for those of you here who want a quick rundown of just some of the things the run is about, we started as the Mechanitor, and we have made it to about mid-game. So we finally got to the point where we're mining our own steel with deep drills. And so that was one of the big things. Also, we overplanted rice on purpose because you need a lot more food coming in fast with all these friggin' children, but also all the like vats and bull crap that use nutrition. So, and not only that, all the people when they have positive genes, they eat more. So we have to worry about that as well. So it's been a trip. I'm gonna have to redo my thinking of food planting as far as rice goes. In fact, people were asking about floors and about rice yesterday. I have new commands in the chat. So exclamation food and exclamation concrete and exclamation concrete 2 are all 3 new commands to explain some of the stuff here. Now, yesterday we ran into this problem, and apparently I'm not the only one having it. Where occasionally they just go throw the baby in the freezer. So when the baby gets a little too warm, they pick them up and they throw them in the freezer with the toxic waste. So we're gonna have to get some coolers in here now that we're getting some steel in. So anyway, C2, thank you for the 650 bits and 500 bits. Thank you, C2. Tweety, thank you for the 25 months. Lee, thank you for the 64 bits. Dark Lux, thank you again for the 350. Saying how babies are formed. Yeah, I did answer that. We had some pretty fun times with the baby yesterday. We've had children already in the game, but we finally had our own baby come into the world. And Arilla had the baby, and as soon as it was born, she breastfed it, and then she threw it on the concrete floor. The cribs are right there, but she just threw it on the floor. So it's been pretty fun. It's going Phelan, Zidian, Jones, Tam, welcome in. Nuno, Hybrid Germ. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone, but if I did, welcome in everyone. Thank you for being here. We're just getting started for a long day of biotech. So we did get to assault rifles. We got some pretty decent assault rifles going here. We got 10 to 12 days on those. We scanned some more steel at the very end of stream, pretty close by one of them. So do I have a guide on how to min-max artifacts? No, but you don't really need a guide. I'll just show you. When you form your ideology, there's something to keep in mind. Any artifacts that you get that are weapons will be legendary. So, and the artifacts aren't super hard to get. So you can set your artifacts to be persona weapons, and it'll be easy to get legendary persona weapons even pretty early game. Or you could do something like, you know, any weapon, I guess. But you could do any weapon and they'll be legendary, and then you just go get them. So how come assault rifles are not heavy SMGs? Assault rifles, I need them for the range. So assault rifles, outside of snipers, and snipers have their own problem. Assault rifles are the best weapon in the game at kiting. So I need to kite and I need to outrange a lot of stuff. So I am using them, and I have been using primarily assault rifles ever since my no kill box run. I did a 500% no pause, no kill box run. And yeah, ever since then I've been doing more kiting than I have just pure kill box. So how much cover do babies give? Probably none. I've never used combat extended, so no idea. Let's go. Johnny, welcome in. Shanira, boy. Spaghetti, welcome in. Flawed one. TKO, thank you for being here. What's kiting? Kiting means you shoot and then you move so that when your characters are kind of reloading, when they're going through the cooldown of being able to shoot again, they're gaining distance. So yesterday I actually kited the first boss mech. We outranged the boss mech with assault rifles. So what I would do is I would line up, and as soon as my people shot once, I would move them back to a new line, and then they would shoot, and you just keep moving back. So you kite them where you can shoot at them, but because you outrange them, they never get close enough to you to shoot at you. And so you kite them. It's very micro intensive, especially on no pause, but it is obviously extremely strong because you don't get shot at as long as you outrange them. I've enjoyed the child learning system so far. Well, here's something about the child learning system so far. Of course, you can already exploit it, and of course I already am. So it's probably going to get changed. Have you gotten your first child to grow into adult yet? Yes. Yeah, I've had, yep. That was our first one right there. So you might be asking yourself, Adam, how can you exploit child learning? Well, I'm glad you asked. At the moment, children do not need adults to teach them in order to max out their learning. So what that means is if you go in here and you set someone to a 4 on childcare, you have a desk, 1 chair, and 3 blackboards attached to it. The child will teach themselves. This person will never have to do it, and it will count as if an adult taught them. So that's how you exploit it right now. It will probably get changed. I'm pretty sure that the developers have already mentioned that it's going to get changed in the developer Discord. So right now, yeah, if you just set someone to 4, the child will go teach themselves, and this person won't have to do it. So yeah, literal life hacks. Bad Sergeant, thank you for the gift sub, and ARAM, thank you for the 17 months. Bad Sergeant, thank you for the resub also, 2 months. Bloodstained Crow, thank you for using the Twitch Prime as well. Tam, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Bean Man, thank you for the gift sub to Pesky Phoenix. Thank you guys again. All right, let's get some air conditioning down in here. Finally, so the baby will stop getting thrown in the freezer. We're gonna put it out this way. So I'll just put 1 there, 1 there, 1 here, 1 here. There we go. Trinidad doesn't just learn from teaching. It seems to be intended to teach themselves. Right, I know that, but it's not intended that they actually get the school learning thing. Like literally, if you set it the way I said, children will go sit at the desk and just sit there, and they're being taught by someone. Meter just goes up. You can literally do nothing. He's getting thrown in the freezer again. There he goes. There he goes, throwing the baby in the freezer with the toxic waste. Anyway, right now you can set it that way, and the child will literally get the top tier with no one doing anything to them. So there's the baby getting thrown in the toxic waste freezer. Excellent, excellent. Love to see it. So yeah, it's definitely not intended. All right, let's put them somewhere safe. What's my ideology at the moment? We're doing fluid ideology, and at the moment we have supremacist, proselytizer, and human primacy. Does their skill increase when they sit alone? Their development point does change while they're sitting alone. Yep. I'm guessing it's an exploit, obviously. Seeing all new subs. Yeah, it was crazy. He was thinking we're watching. Shambler L, welcome in. Life 1998. Moko, welcome in. To say no babies in this zone or make it a no walk zone for humanoids. Yeah, the same way you do for everything. You can just set up zones. Yeah. Now for babies you can't, but for kids you can. So for children you can, but babies don't walk yet. But yeah, you can zone them just like anyone else. Oh, he put them back in the freezer. Come on, get these freezers, get these done. Sparky, stop putting the baby in the toxic freezer. And this baby's trash. Why do I always dump the baby in the freezer? I'm not doing it. Oh my God, Sparky. It appears to be a bug at the moment. Other people have posted that they're having it happen on their, other people have it happening on their game too. I saw some posts in our Discord about it. Sparky, please. You understand the action? I know why it's doing it, but I don't think they're supposed to, but I know why. So basically the barracks is a little bit too warm for the baby. It's not like hot, but it's just it's slept in the heat. And so it's like, well, the baby's a little warm, so we'll just throw it in the friggin' freezer. That should be fine. That'll be fine. This baby's toxic. Throw it with the other toxic materials. All right. Okay, are we, I think we're at maximum power at the moment. Let's go ahead and turn those off temporarily. I'm gonna need a large mech recharger sometime too. Why do we have a child named Experiment? Because that's a child we experiment on. Yeah, he became a vampire when he was 3 years old, so. It's danger. A few colonists got malaria, so they kept moving it out until they were healed. That's weird, yeah. Obviously the safest place in the colony. Yes, I know. That's exactly what I was just checking. I do know that this means no electricity. Yes, and that's why I checked and said, hey, we are over our electricity amount that we need at the moment, so I have to turn some stuff off, and then I'm gonna have to get more electricity. But yeah, yes, I just have to get more. What's going on, R squared? Welcome in. You gotta wait a second. I know you're joking, but so yesterday I had someone that was a regular come in and was like, well, I guess Adam is too much of a big shot to acknowledge my bits. So thank you for the streams. I appreciate it. I'll see you later, and left. I'm like, what? Like literally, I come back to it. I know you're joking about it, R squared, of course, but it did make me feel bad yesterday. I don't understand. Like I literally just thanked like 10 in a row, and then I took a moment to get freezer set up, and then I come back to it. But it's yeah. Hopefully it doesn't. I know you're kidding, but I'm just letting you know that that people have been saying that. So. Anyway, Rabbit Hamsters, thank you for the 10 gift subs. Thank you, Hamsters. Very much appreciated. And R squared, I would thank you, but I'm not going to. No, R squared, thank you for the 53 months. It's a long time, man. That's since the dawn of time. The dawn of time. Thank you, R squared. So, but I do have to take some time to play the game too, you know. This is a joke, yeah. I saw that silencer, yeah. You're the only one that only gets 2. So TO, I did enough hours in the beginning of the month, so now ads are only 30 seconds per hour, but it'll change as soon as November hits. Yeah, I got some that were saying it as a kidding thing too, ARAM, and then someone said it like what seemed for real because they left afterwards. So C2, they were the 1500 bits. Thank you, C2. You're off to work. Catch it later. Thank you, C2. I appreciate it. Hey, we're actually getting some scans. Silver. I want steel, though. I swear, how could you? It's more like it. I have to keep you on bolt. No. What is this? Death rest. Oh, right. So we're going to use that later, but... Global elite. That's right. Unsubbed, unfollowed forever. This is like your 50th time unsub, unfollow, so it's all right. I'm just going to do another chem fuel generator for now. Try to donate your sub without me noticing, so you can call me out. V-Day, thank you for the 9 months. Thank you, V-Day. Much appreciated also. So they shouldn't move the baby anymore, I think. Shake, welcome in. How's the mech progress? So we have been building up steel now. In fact, I need to put steel outside before I forget. Let's put the steels out here for now. We're trying to build up steel. We finally have some deep mining going on for steel, and we are smelting at last. So we are starting to get enough to work on additional mech stuff. So we just unlocked the standard mech tech. So we're able to get pikeman, scorcher, scyther. We did try out a scorcher. I actually have a scorcher, and it seems pretty interesting. However, we have discovered something with the mechs that you get. So when you get a mech for your Mechanitor, for your colony, the mechs have their own, not raid points, well, not raw raid points like colonists, they have their own wealth, right? And wealth gives you raid points. But something that we found out here, thanks to Smurf, is that when you have a mech, you get wealth from the mech and from their weapon. And it's separate, but it both counts towards your wealth. So what that means right now, out of all the mechs that you can get that are combat mechs, since scythers don't have a weapon, scythers are extremely wealth efficient for your own killer mechs. So we're probably going to make some scythers, take a little bit of advantage of that today. What does Smurf even know about RimWorld? That's right. Thank you for lurking. James, and watching the VOD. Thank you. Vince, welcome in. Yeah, I did try to catch everything, even during the crazy 1,500 subscribers. I'm gonna get more Mechanitors. I'm not sure yet, but I'm gonna get more mechs either way. That's for sure. You still remember the message I didn't read 2 days ago? Legless prisoners whose sole purpose is to extract their genes. Good job, Germ. Good job, Germ. I hope they or they look at the current wealth and raid points of all the mechs and they balance that a little bit. So right now it's a little wonky. So during your last run, you got into raid all but one fiber down, including someone who was pregnant, labored during the injuries, instantly died. Yeah. So they said during the previews that pregnancy is dangerous and that they can absolutely die during pregnancy. So that's probably what happened. I saw you say that in the Discord this morning, or I saw it this morning. What are the green glowing structures top right corner from the billiards table? These are band nodes. These give your Mechanitor extra bandwidth, which allows them to control more mechs. Gene implanting, not aside from the sanguiphage. Seen vampires near fire? I have had a vampire child since he was 3. Yes, he's been running from fire since he was 3. Can't confirm pregnant women can die during childbirth. Can raiders be pregnant? Yes. God, it's mad. This one's real. Welcome in. Blue, welcome in. Scan steel. All right, so I think I'm going to test killing another one of the mech bosses that we already did to see if they actually come through the tunnel. So what's that to the left of the main building? This is an oven. Is there any way to increase their area of control? I don't know about area of control yet, but the control groups there are. How old is the vampire now? He's 11. Can a vampire be a Mechanitor? Yes. Yeah, it's pretty rough, yeah. Colonists die during childbirth, but it's a real thing. It's a true thing. All right. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to summon the mech boss again, and I'm going to see if it comes through the actual kill tunnel. Last time I went out and I kited it, but we're going to do a test here, and I might regret it. We might have some deaths or something, but yeah, we're going to find out. So let's do it. We're going to call in for the Diabolus. Now, for anyone that hasn't seen this mech boss, every time you call it in, it comes with more mechs. So last time it was just it and like 3 Militors. This time it's 4 Militors, 2 pikemen, and it's going to keep going. Did Biotech come with a new win condition? Not that I know of, no. Waster Mechanitor has been a fun combo. Yeah, I imagine it would be. Defeat him already? I need chips, so no, not yet. I literally have to have chips to build the next mech stuff, so. Why call it more than once? Because you need chips to build the new mech stuff. You need more than just 1 chip. We use the first chip for research, but you need them to build more equipment, more implants, more mech buildings. Like you need more of even these chips. So I will do other bosses today too, but I have to get to them by making some of the other stuff. Winston Waves prepared us for the mech raids. Shortage of chips, just like real life was. You researched yours and then sold it. Transport pod. Skittish. Baseliner. Tough. Bloodlust. Pretty. You would be out there when this mech arrives. Alright, so there's the new one. I'm going to see if it will actually go through the kill tunnel or not. We'll see. We'll see. Let's send him to rescue here. Actually, we'll capture them. Want the 1x speed on event for pause runs too? Yeah, that would be nice. I'm so happy. That's really nice of Brains. He's the guy that does it. He actually messaged me. He sent me a DM and he was like, is it all right if I add these 2 new features to it? Because he knows I'm the main one that uses it. It was really awesome, man. Yeah. We have some people that are fast, yeah. It's like, that's very nice of him. He definitely didn't have to do that. I was like, yeah, absolutely. Those are... I super want those things added. Thank you. Exclamation food, Lord Jaraxxus. That is asked like every 10 minutes, so I finally have a command for it. But if you do exclamation food, it will explain the rice. Yeah, more drums also. All right, they're on their way. So I'm really curious if this will try to break through the wall. I think it's going to. The last one I went out and kited. So I do RimWorld DLC. Pop, did you rhyme? Awesome, yeah, I think we're coming in. It's gonna come through the tunnel, I think. So the Diabolus does come through the tunnel, okay. Now the next question is the Diabolus stunnable with EMP? We're gonna find out. Oh, Skittish is gonna end up dying. I gotta fix the kill area. Gotten to the point where we need a much better one. Yeah, it absolutely comes through there. Interesting. Yeah, you could end up taking it very early in a run. Yeah, you could probably. It's gonna be really hard to kill it by traps, but you could technically just put a tunnel with a bunch of traps, just get it super early. How many wooden traps? Yeah, it'd probably be a crap load. Probably a crap load. Okay, we're gonna have to redo the kill area a little bit. So many trees in kill area? Yep, don't care at the moment. Like I said, I'm redoing the whole thing, so. This is like a ridiculous can't possibly miss. Take a minute at the top of an hour and read them off. I go back, yeah, I go back every time there's like a lull in this, so I don't think I missed any yesterday. But I can't do them all immediately, obviously, like you're saying. But no, I've been doing it more often than that. Usually just like when there's downtime in the game, when I'm waiting for them to do something, which RimWorld has a lot of, you know. So still the first run, yes. Oh, he didn't fully. Oh well, I don't care too much. You don't do melee pawns. Melee pawns early game, but later on, melee is just, unless you're doing some kind of challenge thing, melee is just worse than shooting because it's more danger. Obviously, if you have someone like Cataphract with Persona weapon or something, they're going to do a lot of damage. But that person is going to do anything. It's 200 raiders at once. What do I do about drop pod raids? I have lots of doors, and I use the outside of the barracks as basically a mini kill box sort of thing. So. And if they have explosives, I just micro them. We had a explosive drop pod raid early on in this, a center drop explosive pirate raid. It just went up on YouTube, and I just literally, every time they throw a grenade, I just move the person out of the way, and we killed them. But yes, just ranged weapons for the most part. Will you stop for the praise? No, I did not. You just got unlucky when you did it. Well, V-Day, thank you for the 9 months. Minoc, thank you for the 11 bits. We'll have to put another collision thing closer. Singularity Killbox worked in 1.4. I haven't tested it out in Biotech. They didn't make any other changes to peaking or anything with Biotech, so it should work, but... You got overlooked twice. It wasn't overlooked. It was just, I literally missed it. It wasn't like an ignore type thing. Is there anything I wish they changed with the expansion or just in RimWorld in general? Do your own mechs get EMP'd? They do, yep. What happened to the new prisoner? 1 second. He can be stunned. The boss can get stunned, so it's like, all right. In general, I want them to overhaul the world map. My biggest wish list item right now is for them to overhaul the world map. All right, so you can stun the bosses, or at least that one. So you can do that boss very easily early game as soon as you get an EMP grenade. Just rush an EMP grenade from trade or something else. Z layers. I can't imagine them ever doing Z layers. I know a lot of people ask for that, but I know it's a wish list item though. But yeah, my biggest wish is overhaul of the world map. All right, so we need to redo the kill area because we have enough people now. So using grenades should take durability. If it did, I would just make more grenades. All right, so we got another chip. So now we can make the implant or something else. Which one was it that I wanted to do that needed the chip? This one. There we go. The mech commander helmet. Okay, so we'll unspin that. We'll let them make that. Mech commander helmet. There we go. All right, schedule people back to the work zone. Unless they're children, in which case stay in the walls. Max can go back to the work zone. We'll let him rest before we repair the other mechs. The new backpack, yeah. It takes 2, I think, yeah. Next boss is a little uninteresting because he can be stunned. Yeah, I'm surprised they let him be stunned. GUI for the child growth. Yeah, I really want him to redo the world map. And that includes, like, caravanning and stuff. Why is mine on triphasic? Because he has a very huge mood hit because he is a recluse and he's living with all these people. And he's also the leader, so he has 2 tier higher expectations. So we're actually trying to get a new leader and then we'll drop him from leader. But right now he needs triphasic not to be breaking down all the time. Well, I'm sure there's the other bosses will be harder, I'm sure, but kill him, get someone better. Yeah, we don't have enough, I don't think. Oh, we actually have the cloth come in. Let me double check. How much time do we have? We have 16 days. 37 slave collars, okay. Let me look at these. Oh, I forgot about that. Slave collar. 25 metal or leather. I forgot that it's not cloth. So we could use steel. It's 30 each. Ooh. Ouch. No steel spots inside the wall area. There are. They're mining them right now. Would I trade like... Or 25, not 30, sorry. Would I trade a few thousand steel right now? More than we have. For 2 res serums with no one dead? I'd probably be upset if I don't, but... Alright, we'll do it. Slave collar. And it was how many? 37. Do until you have X. 37, and normal or better. All right. Let's do it. Tungsten leather as well. Yeah, there's not... I don't really want to go super mega far out and hunt, but... Yeah, so it's like 1,000 steel, right? 925, thank you. Right. You can't deep drill res serum. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. But yeah, we're mining some steel here, and we got one other scan that also landed inside the walls. So Mega Sloth would be good for like 2 of them. Yeah, it's all right. For kill, is that an explicit action? You get the chip from the boss kill. Yeah, the boss drops it. Your character's still alive? You are, yeah. Does brain damage affect Mechanitors? Like their control over mechs? I'm not sure. I haven't had one. How do you summon the boss? You get a comms console and you right click on it and say summon Diabolus. There's like a day cooldown on it. Yeah, it drops a separate item. It drops a chip. You don't have to like do anything to the corpse to get it. Slave collar made out of uranium. Out, yeah. There's no miner bot. Yes, there is a miner at tier 2, but it can't do deep drilling. Current track is strange. You're probably getting the Twitch audio bug for music. Click on the gear below your video. Click on advanced and turn off low latency mode. It's a Twitch bug, and yes, it can only affect music. It doesn't. Some people say, well, wouldn't that be impacting your voice too? No. What does the slave collar weigh? They're not super heavy, I don't think. 0.14 kilos. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, I've seen that mod, Akabidi. How can you get a second Mechanitor? The easiest way right now is to go settle another tile temporarily and get the Mechanitor chip from that tile. So if you go settle on a tile, there's a very high probability that there's going to be a downed mech strider there that's blinking red. Get the chip from it and plant it in a new person. There's a cleaning bot at tier 2, yep. Yeah, I know about them breaking down and downed, but what was asked is if they have reduced brain function, if that impacts the mechs at all, and I don't think it does, but I haven't ran into it. But yes, for anyone that doesn't know, if you have a Mechanitor that's having a breakdown, you can't issue commands, so you can't like draft your combat ones, but your worker mechs will still go about their business and do their work. How do you extract the chip from the downed Exostrider? I was told just destroy it, and it comes out of it. What does the orange line from Ipon mean? That is the combat command from Ideology. Increases combat prowess to everyone that's in that circle. Joywire's best friend. Joywire reduces conscious like crazy, so I don't know. The tough prisoner, get out. The tough prisoner died. The children are fighting again. That guy just decapitated that child. Well, there goes one child. He just turned and ripped his head off. If you're wondering what counts towards wealth, it's all in the wealth guide. People ask me a whole lot, but like literally everything. If it's not an biotech specific thing, like everything is in the wealth guide, exploration wealth, and all wealth counts towards raid points. So wow, now he's getting butchered. What little of him is left. All right, so we are going to work on this a little bit. How are we doing with blocks? We need to take those outside as well. Black. Think we're the tier 2 for 12 months. That's like 24 months. That's almost an entire calendar year, Black. We're almost a full year. That's right. Thank you, Black. I appreciate it. Vampire with increased melee damage, yeah. Still learn things up to 2,000 hours. That's awesome. Yeah, they were watching it over there, Fishy. I appreciate it. We're out of components at the moment. No, someone else is bringing them. Because we absolutely, yeah, there we go. Minoc is bringing them. Thank you, Minoc. Zim, thank you for the 4 months, Zim. And Fishy, thank you for using Twitch Prime here. Counts name as a tier 1 sub. That's probably why you did it. Thank you. Okay, we're just gonna force repair these. Oh crap, Scorcher, sorry. Scorcher doesn't have a name either. I'm actually thinking about getting rid of Scorcher, but we'll see. Tink. They're a vampire, yes. I do plan on testing out more of the gene editing and extraction thing, but I'm later on once we get further in the mech stuff. Must-watch clips so far? Yes. You can always go to, on Twitch, you can just click videos and click clips, and you can see the top in the last 7 days. You can see a lot of clips there. Or you can go in the Discord and look in the clips channel. Tink, that's a good name. I think that's a good name. Crisis of Belief, don't care. When did you get in? Yesterday. Got in the run yesterday. I wish that geothermal was somewhere else. Maybe I just remake the kill area somewhere that works better. Solar flare, that sucks. Like I could just literally make it on the other side. Make a second one on the other side. And then we have this as a backup in the long run. Yeah, let's just do that. Sorry, little mech. We'll just make a better one on a different area, and then we have a backup in case their first one gets destroyed. Had to build a freezer, yeah, for the toxic waste. Yeah. It's unfortunate, but it had to be done. All right. I think right there's okay. They might be in it pretty quick from that side, but that's all right. Key for naming mechs. I am going to do that, yeah. Oh no. We might put the baby in the freezer again. These temperatures going up. All right, I'll make one over here. It's a little rich soil. I don't think we're going to use the rich soil very much though as we get over into hydroponics, so I think here will be fine. Then I think I'm going to do like the 28-ish. Let's go look. Lester, yeah, Lester is dead. How do I dispose of waste? I dump it in a river down somewhere else. I dump it down river. I dumped the waste in the river down somewhere else on the map. It's someone else's problem now. As long as it's downriver, I don't care. New cloth bandolier. Yeah, I haven't used it yet, but I did look at it. I'll have to test it out. Yeah, see if it's worth it. Very well might be, because if you have enough damage to kill everything as it comes in, and then you can reload even faster, then your defense, at least in that kind of setup, doesn't matter. But obviously, it's gonna hurt you if you get like dropped or something. But yeah, it's probably gonna, like most answers, it's probably gonna depend. But it looks promising, yeah. Yeah. Screw it. We're not gonna use it. Cut it down. I don't think I've ever cut a Guardian tree down. GLC fun? I think it is. You're learning loads. Watch the Transhumanist run. That's awesome, yeah. That's like an older run now too. I've learned a lot since that run, but yeah, there's always more to learn in RimWorld for sure. Hey, look, the Guardians died. I'm just so sad about that. I am just eaten up inside with guilt. Why, God, why, etc. You don't seem remorseful. Singularity box still working. It works as far as I'm aware, but I don't use it every run because it's too strong. I used it in my last run where I did all quests. Worked just fine, but it's kind of OP, so I go from using it to not using it depending on the run. You learned yesterday that incest baby gene mutation farms aren't a thing in RimWorld. Sad face. Don't worry, I'm sure there'll be a mod for that if you really need it. Am I saying that all my old advice sucks? That is not what I said at all, or even close. You follow my advice, you were able to kill Diabolus with 38 wooden traps. So you were able to kill it super early. That's pretty awesome. This game is hard to learn. Well, you got to remember the game is designed to be a story generator game with like tons of different difficulty dials. So the game is very easy to pick up and play, especially if you set everything on peaceful and easy stuff. But it's infinitely complex to master. So you're always going to be learning more. I have 4,000 hours in the game, and I still learn things about the base game every so often as well. But yeah, there's so many different ways to play it. So yeah, the game has incredible depth, but you can learn a little at a time as you go and play on much easier difficulties starting out and things like that. You'll never become a pro RimWorld player. No, that I do like that. Third cup of tea of the day. That's what I'm drinking too. See. You haven't seen the mech bosses yet? We just killed one. So the first mech boss you get by right-clicking on the comms console and summoning it. Oh, this one comes with one of the Tesseron ones as well. But you just click on the comms console and you just summon the first one. The other ones you're gonna have to build items to summon them. So, where were they? The mech band antenna summons a boss, for instance. It's a one use. Consider yourself a RimWorld master. I don't know. I mean, depends on definition of master, I suppose. I don't know everything of RimWorld, but I know quite a friggin' lot because, you know, it's my job to know it, but yeah, I don't know. How do you make your mechs charge? There's two different ways to do it. So one, you can have a mech recharger, and if you do that, your mechs will just go recharge when they need to, or you can literally set them to go to the recharger in their work mode at recharge, and then they'll just go stay at the recharger until they're done. And then you can also set dormant self-charge. And dormant self-charge, they will just literally lay on the ground dormant, and they will recharge 1% per day while they're dormant. So a few different ways. You do came out, you have remade a start. Still on my first one so far. So my first start for now. All right, so we are going to need to get a lot of blocks. We're almost done with these, right? We have them. 37 slave collars and Quig. We haven't been there yet. All right, let's get going. Whoops. Quig is a pig place. We've gotten ambushed once this run so far. Hopefully we don't get ambushed on our way here. Okay. And we'll take a little bit extra. And we'll sell some rice while we're there. All right. Is that child gaming at the comms console? Yes, that is one thing that children can do, is they can just use that for learning and play. You see how this child is at 98% learning? That's with no one teaching them at school. They just hang out. Sparky now is set because of the baby, so maybe he's doing a little this time. 8 times you restarted because you forgot how to change the game size. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I missed that part. The 250. If you bind a pawn to a death rest casket and then abandon it on a map, the pawn cannot use a new one because it's still bound to the abandoned one. I have not had that happen, so no, I don't know how to fix it. Why not dump the toxic waste on the way? Because the pig people are already almost mad at us because of dumping it. So if I dump the toxic waste on the way and they're no longer neutral, we will lose the quest. So I can't right now. I gotta not lose the quest by doing that. Okay. Then on the way back, I don't have enough room. Like with one person and those 2 mounts, they can only carry like 28 or 30 toxic waste or something, right? So I can carry some of it and drop it, but no, I'm not going to. Then on the way back, no, it's okay. I think I'll just continue playing. The option for charging on the bots, keep them full. Do you mean the work one or just the one where they recharge on their own? On the one where they recharge on their own, they wait until they get pretty low and then they go back and yeah, they recharge. Yeah. So far, I haven't had any of the bots that are set to automatically recharge. I haven't had any of those actually like fall over with no charge. So, Kesh, they were watching on YouTube. Do you have a reason not to stock rice separately? There's no reason to. What do you mean? Rice takes 40 days to deteriorate, so as long as you're not overgrowing insanely, you don't need a freezer for rice or corn. Corn's 60 days. If you're making so much corn that you're not using the crop that you get or selling it within 60 days, you know, you're just making too much. But yeah, I don't need a freezer for my rice. And then I have this right next to here, so it saves on travel time. Rocket swarm launcher? Yes, I have a clip of the rocket swarm launcher over on YouTube, yeah. It's pretty good against clumped up tribals. Obviously not good against armor, but yeah, I should have had him leave the EMP behind. I think it'll be okay. I didn't mean to make a new one anyway. We'll just make a new one too. I actually need 3 of them. Why is there a... That's not a barricade, that's an altar. Exclamation altar will explain why that's there. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Most chaotic base layout you've ever seen? This must be my... Oh, okay. This must be the first run you've seen of my... of mine, then. Yeah, there's the altar command, thank you. Alright. I mean, don't they hate living there? No, because it's a very impressive 113. Shelves are OP. Shelves can hold 3 items as long as they're not large items, which is incredible. They still take up room space and they still add wealth, of course. This is like the cleanest base I've had in a long time. Yeah, look at the Winston Wave run. Why the 2 kill boxes? Because if one gets destroyed and we have another raid immediately with Randy, I'm screwed. So it's better to have backups. Gonna go the traditional route this time. I'll have them build the roof later. So, need to learn ideology to enjoy biotech? I don't think so, no. Ideology is good, but I don't think you need it for biotech. Long for vampire, will you regenerate it? I don't know, because I was wanting to... I guess we always reinstall it if it comes down to it. Sure, why not? What if he dies, though? Ah, well, we'll try it. For science. Soil affect how long daylilies live for? I've never planted them in rich soil, so I imagine it would because they grow faster, right? So Any vampire pawns in colony? Yes. We have a vampire since he was 3 years old, named Experiment. Of the group. Oh yeah, as a shortcut. Oh god. All right, well. Do we have any experiments to do on experiment? Not at the moment. Soon. That's a weird name for a child. He likes it. He told me he likes it, so. I'm gonna put a door there temporarily so we can work on this while tearing the wall down. Or at least have them open. RimWorld Magic mod, never used it. Where's the rice farm? Hydroponics up there. Rich soil down there. Brief reason why don't separate any of your rooms, because barracks are way stronger. So I get asked that a lot. I should put a guide out on it, but barracks are extremely strong. Every time I try to do a playthrough with bedrooms, it feels terrible. I end up going back to barracks because they're just stronger. You might be like, but Adam, don't they get a higher mood? Well, it depends. So bedrooms take up a lot of space. They add a lot of wealth and they add a lot of travel time. So not only are you getting bigger raids for having bedrooms, your base is larger. People travel more, so you get less done and things like that. So there's a lot. And so you're like, what about Disturbed Sleep? Disturbed Sleep was changed in 1.1 to only stack to -3. This room is already giving something like a +24 or something mood buff because it can also be combined as other rooms. So if you combine your barracks, dining, and recreation into the same room and make it very impressive, they get massive mood buffs from that room. So it's very, very, very strong. It's hard not to play with a barracks once you know how strong they are. It almost feels like cheesy to make a barracks. Hydroponics work outdoors? Yes, hydroponics work outdoors. They do not short out. Sun lamps short, hydroponics do not. So you can have your hydroponic basins unroofed, and then when there's a toxic fallout, you roof them and turn on a sun lamp. Bedrooms are for humanitarians, yeah. We failed the surgery on the vampire. Oh well. There's several ways they can make barracks nerfed if they ever wanted to. They literally, if they just made it so a barracks couldn't be any other room designation, it would immediately make it so that barracks are not as worth. But yeah, let's take a look here. Let's see. Very impressive rec room +5. Spacious +5. Impressive +5. That's 15. Barracks +1. So she's getting a +16 in this room and a -3 from the Disturbed Sleep, which is nothing. We love barracks. Yeah, barracks are very, very strong. All right, let's complete our quest. Now we're going to trade. Hang on. Let's see what else they have really quick. All side trainers. We're not doing this run though. All right. On our way back. We'll just get ambushed for those res serums. You're a silly boy who treats their colonists well. Yeah, screw that. These colonists, they're lucky they're surviving. RimWorld arts. How have I been managing waste? I've been dumping it downriver. Dumping it downriver. Eventually, when I have tons of components and stuff going, I'll probably drop pod it, yeah. But I've just been sending a mule character out and dumping it on a different tile. Hey, a growth moment for one of the children. All right. Choose 3 skills for the child. Nice. Shooting with trigger happy. Look at that. Quick sleeper, super immune. Let's go shooting, medical. And I don't think I'm going to do cooking because I'm going to make them into a shooting specialist when they get older. So we might as well just do either animals or social. We'll probably do social. We already have someone on animal, a couple people on animals. There we go. Way to go, child. Way to go. Are the cyber noises part of the DLC, or is that Twitch? Are you talking about when someone subscribes or something? That's an alert on Twitch. Yeah. Zero, thank you for the 100 bits. Grasswing, 23 months. Thank you, Grasswing. Cammy, thank you for the subscription. Waylands, thank you for the 5 months. Roth for 2 months. Leroy, 15 months. Fishy, thank you for using the Twitch Prime here also. Thank you. Zim, thank you for the 4 months. Thank you, guys. Cut all the ears off. Yes, you can do that if you want to be, if you want to do a crazy min max, then you just wait until they get over their unhappiness for having their ears removed. But shooting animals together make for a great hunter. I usually don't really go out hunting other than if I like control them or if it comes in the walls, but animals is one of the few things that a shooting specialist can continue to do. So that's one reason why I got that. It disables a lot of things, but it doesn't disable animals. So that's one reason why I was looking at it, I should say. You hate the new alerts? They're just quieter than the Wayne one. And they're not new. I've been using them for years. I use them during story day when we need a quieter alert that's less... Like, if I had the Wayne alerts on, literally he would have been talking for 3 hours 2 days ago. So they will go back to normal once the stream goes a little bit back to normal. But at the moment... I'm using the quieter and smaller alerts. Can you have prison cribs? You can't arrest a baby, so I don't think so. What if this is new normal? We're not gonna get 1,500 subscribers a day. I'd be a millionaire. Leanna, thank you for the 10 gift subs. Thank you for that. I swear, it's not. It's a temporary thing. You can't arrest a baby or enslave a baby, but you can children, yeah. Thank you for the 10 gift subs. Not with that attitude, you can't. Clip this moment. Mechs good addition. Have you been upgrading them? I do like the mech so far, yeah. We just made it to tier 2 recently. What happens if a prisoner gives birth? I'm not sure. We haven't had it happen yet. What do we need for that helmet? Oh, we probably don't have the plasteel. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Nerf the mechs a bit. They feel a bit too strong. I don't know. It depends on which mech you're talking about. Like the little shotgun ones, the Mechanitor. 2 of them are worth more raid points than a centipede, and these guys fall down really quick. So I actually think the value of these ones should be dropped, because right now they are way weaker than like 2 of these are the same raid points as a centipede, which is crazy. So I do think they need to be, the raid points should probably be rebalanced, but some of them are definitely not OP for their value at the moment. Catching feelings of prisoners. Gotta worry about stew. That's right. What if it doesn't go back to... There will be a new normal. Yeah, either way. There's literally no way I get 1,500 subscribers a day. It's just... Like, massive streamers don't ever get that. That would be... I'd be making millions of dollars. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. So yes, as it settles a little bit, I will go back to the old alerts. For your small mechs in seconds. Yeah, the Mechanitor are definitely more wealth than what they should be at the moment, I think. Neanderthals are strong. They are, yeah. Yes, I saw the new things about trying for a baby and the new romance options. Yep. Adamaranth. Quest, psychic drone. I don't think so. Running a good stream for years. Thank you, Goat. go. Adam Gold, no. Some RimWorld hot tub action. Okay. This is the accept all quest run. Oh, thank God it's not anymore. Thank goodness it's not anymore. Okay, we'll get this done. How long on this? 4 days, okay. Gonna change who has the leadership role today as long as I get someone that's good for it. We actually have one of the kids, this one. If this kid becomes an adult, he's probably gonna become the leader. Okay. I'm gonna temporarily do this. We're gonna need to get more blocks. So I'm gonna move some of these over here. We're gonna get this new setup done. Go from there. If that's right, he's missing like half his body parts. Am I happy to be done with the all quest run? The all quest run was pretty annoying, yeah. The main thing that was annoying about do all quests was building all the structures. Now I said that kid's probably dead. Maybe. Have any tier 2 robots? I have one at the moment. I have a scorcher. Yeah. Carbon, thank you for the 16 months. Thank you, Carbon. Much appreciated. Combat supply ship. I'm not quite ready to do that yet. I mean, countering imps. One of my first raid was impids. Yeah, there's a YouTube short of me running into the impids where they breathe fire on me for the first time. If you go to my YouTube page, you'll see it. It's a very short clip. It's like 20 seconds. Oh my god. I guess I'll get that set up too. All right. So where do we want these to fall if we do so? I guess I'll do a burn setup here on this one. So if we want drop potters to fall out here, where would we want it to do so? Probably here-ish is fine. I'll explain this once it's set up. If you're like, what? How can you determine where drop pods fall? I've been able to because I've been so busy. Thanks for streaming it and posting on YouTube so fast. Yeah, thank you for watching. Yeah. 1-year-old. Oh boy. I remember that. What has become a lot more dangerous with impids? Yeah, impids were really crazy. YouTube short. Yeah, that's what they're called. Yeah. It's like 20 seconds long. Every place calls them something different. All right. New helmet. So what's our bandwidth going to go to? 14. Okay. So I want to make a scyther. We're going to have to turn this back on. We're going to scan the brain of the vampire. So scan the vampire brain. Speeds are 4. Yeah, the impids have like a 5-day cooldown on their fire breath, which is kind of crazy. Probably needs to be brought down a bit. Scorcher mech luckily doesn't have that cooldown. Okay. You haven't seen Hussars or Neanderthal in your game? Neanderthal was one of our first raids as well. And we saw just like 1 or 2 Hussars so far. If you use water skip on a mech, does it get stunned? No. Also to change someone's xenotype. You don't want them to be a furry, but they have good stats. Are you still slacking? Sometimes, yeah. I was actually a little worried about it, so I was asking Smurf. I was like, "Hey, can you look at my save file and can you let me know if anything's changed with Randy or raid points?" And he looked. He's like, "No, it's pretty normal. It's pretty accurate." So, all right, let's scan that brain. The ingredients loaded in there. Okay. How does making more advanced mechs work? So you need to beat boss mechs in order to get the different kinds of chips. Those chips allow you to research the higher mech tiers. The higher mech tiers also come with their own kinds of buildings for gestation and charging. So the very first mech boss that you need to... child signal. The very first mech boss to get that rolling is the Diabolus, and you just use a comms console, and you just summon a Diabolus through the comms console. We are fluid ideology. This is what we have so far. Supremacy, proselytizer, human primacy. I think it's better to use a worker mechs. Even the worker mechs have additional, most of them have additional points based on their little gun, so I'm gonna have to go through and really determine which ones are worth it, you know. But at the moment, yeah, the points for a lot of different mechs are kind of crazy, kind of all over the place. All right, we're gonna gestate a Scyther. What am I doing with the vampire? I was scanning his brain. He didn't die. It's not the brain ripper, it's the scanner. There's two different ones. The ripper destroys their brain, the scanner doesn't. The scanner just gives them scanning sickness for a little while. How am I managing the waste? When the freezer gets close to full, I take it and dump it on another map. You can also eventually get to the atomizer. If you get to the atomizer, you'll be able to just, you know, get rid of it, so... Oh right, I turned that off temporarily to scan some more. Guess we'll turn that back on soon. I'll eventually get one of the atomizers, yeah. Atomic stomach value on the vampires because they're immune to cancer, yeah. Where's the brain ripper? The rip scanner is on high mech tech. So it's tier 3 of a mechs. Has the rip scanner. How do you determine how many pawns I want? I like big colonies, so I usually try to get 25 plus. I used to play with like 12 to 18 a lot, but it just depends on what you like to do, the size colony you like. You can make it work with basically any number, especially now with biotech. But yeah, it just depends on your personal preference. For me, I like around 25 pawns is like a sweet spot for me. More sacrifice, more brains. Was I gonna say something else there? No. Kids are gonna be the super pawns. It's actually crazy, yeah. An atomizer that changes the pawn into to be. No. That one's still limestone. Let's move that again. How long on these? 3 days. Okay. What's the lone turret outside the tunnel for? It's to cause collision. The guide for that is exclamation pathing. Exclamation pathing. I like big colonies and I cannot tell an untruth. Yeah, that was it. You're going to do a solo Mechanitor challenge all the way? It's been fun so far. Yeah, I'm going to do one of those at some point too. This one is more of a experimental first playthrough. We're going to touch on everything. Gotta be careful saying things like that, especially now that there are children in the game. Reminds me of that Eminem song. Touch on everything but little boys. That's not a stab at Michael. What? Oh, Nyla, welcome in. I'm okay. I'm okay. Zan, they were the Twitch Prime. Thank you, Zan. Want to join if you stay solo though? Yeah, yeah. That's true. The game has different population intent depending on your pawn count, and it's very high when you're at 1 pawn. The game is just trying to give you more pawns, so you'll get a lot of meat and human leather and brains if you want them. Zan, thank you for the 10 gift subs. Thank you, Zan. Very much appreciated. I did try to turn that one down. By the way, we're talking about the alerts. For some reason, the gift one specifically is not turning down all the way. But I'll try again. Zan, thank you for the gift subs. Very much appreciated. Gene style for remove vampires negative or create one without negatives? I'm not sure, yeah. Not sure. All right. That alert is too excited. The gift sub one, yeah. The gift bomb one. But at least it makes it so I don't miss the gift bombs, that's for sure. Send a few pawns to a second settlement for faster pawn recruitment. I don't need to as much anymore with ideology and the rituals, and now with children, so I haven't been doing it. Do pawns still romance on their own as well? Yes, but you can also force them to now. Yep. So I'm gonna put another temporary door there while we build this. Oh, I just selected that. Possible to force a breakup or divorce. You can keep them scheduled apart and they'll eventually lose social with each other. Could take a long time depending on the pawns, but... Panda! Panda, thank you for gift sub to a Jin I'm going to go with. Thank you, Panda. Well, I paint my base. I am going to paint the base, yeah. I'm going to paint it in the most horrific way I can possibly think of. Well, not horrific. I'm not going to be like painting hate symbols and stuff, but just as far as colors go. Paint it red. Red will be in there too. VAT soldiers later. Yeah, I'm going to try that as well. People complain about mismatched walls all the time. Just wait. Just wait. Divorce to put one of them in the brain ripper. Yeah, that will do it. Yeah, that would do it. Is that yellow lettering on a white background? Yeah, good idea. Good idea. Oh no, I didn't see that. Oh, that sucks. Stupid moisture pump. How much of it? I don't need to do a lot of it either. Ideologies have preferred color clothing. Do you think they should have preferred color floors? I don't know. I think maybe if they got a buff for stuff around them being their ideology color, not their favorite color, that would be fine though. I'd be good with that. Brain Ripper, shouldn't they be arrested and forced? Maybe they don't tell them that's what it's for. Maybe they, I don't know what headcanon for that would be, but we're gonna get a scyther. It might be okay now, and we'll just extend it later. That's 14. The bug with the altar right now, you have to destroy it and rebuild it every time you change your fluid ideology, unfortunately. Do you have an entrance to your base for visitors and traders? I have lots of them, yeah. Name the Scyther. We'll see what random name he gets. So I think that's going to be good enough for now. So that's 14 shooting plus 2 EMP throwers and a couple chain shotguns. So this size should be enough almost until we're about 20, plus the mechs that are going to be on the inside. So I'm okay with this size for right now, and then we will we'll extend it later when we need to. Subbed into the RimWorld queue? You do not. Nope. Just have to have the channel points. An affair, King Q, charmed Rosankian, compared to a dazzling expanse. Agree to become King Q's lover. Uh-oh. Arilla just had your baby. Opinion of husband reduced. I wonder why. Wonder why. You've got huge tracts of land. He's fine. How's he gonna learn to be a child if he's always death resting? It's fine. Yeah, I know it's not powered yet, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna run power to give lights here. And I was trying to figure out which side I want to throw EMPs from. I kind of want to do it from that side, but I feel like I'm gonna end up doing it down here. So, AMQ'd a lottery ticket. Right. So there's a reason behind that, Nyla. The person that made the script for me just used the name that it already was. And if I were to rename it in the Twitch channel point list right now, it would break the entire system. And that person would have to go in and everywhere that it says whatever the current redemption one is, they would have to rename it all to match the new one. And I haven't heard from that person in like months. So I don't want to do that and break it and lose the system. So it still has name Q, but yeah, it is a raffle system. And there's for now, there's nothing I can really do about it. Any nice exploits found already? Couple. What's the script written in? Python, I believe. I'm not a code type person, but Python. So I guess I'll do the EMP from this side. You can put your name multiple times. Yes, but if you get drawn, it eats all your tickets. It's a raffle system. It's a lottery. You can buy more lottery tickets, but when you win, it eats all of your tickets. So, singularity kill box, too strong. Not using it in this run. It would completely mitigate almost all the raids. Where do I want to put this? Well, I'm trying to decide this. I guess I'll run that out for the lights and the moisture pump. The scripts. Yeah, I don't mind it. I think it's still on Discord too, like it's accessible. In your barracks, what do you have separated with a distinct room? This is to put sterile tile down to increase research speed later and eventually be hospital beds. Her pet wasterat punch from Abasia. Flapjack, 34-year-old chemical interest iron-willed optimist. Let's go ahead and Shinobi, welcome in. I just want to see the waste rat. Let's just check it out. Oh my god, look at this thing. Wasterat can be trained to guard and attack. It has 1.79 DPS, 8% armor penetration. It's a big rat. It's a big rat. We got space for about 23 more waste bags right now, yeah. Yep. Okay. What's that on his head? That's the new mech helmet. It's a thick boy. It's one of the New York City rats. I could just leave the burn tunnel over here and just open this if we decide to use that against it instead. It's a rodent of unusual size. Or I can just make a smaller one on this side. Experience is still a vampire, yeah. Doesn't matter where he is, I don't think, because he's Can't you protect your energy source? Someone might break it. It is protected. What do you mean? It's all walled, so raiders aren't going to break it unless they drop pod in, but I'd rather them drop pod in and start attacking that stuff and let us line up and kill them than them attack someone. I can't decide on this. We'll make another one, I guess. Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't have to be as large as the other one. Then we have a backup. We got a backup. One of your colonists had a rebuff and broke it. Well, the only way to prevent them from breaking it if they have a breakdown would be to completely wall it in with no door. But then every time that the machine breaks down, which on average is once every 4 years, we'd have to break a wall down and repair it. So no, I prefer not to do it. 4 toxic turtles with a waste rat. That would be good. Yeah, that's okay. It's the most colonists I've had before. We had 70 something and the game was too laggy, so I just launched them into space. Thank you. But yeah, that's why I don't do it. What's the purpose of the funnel at the end of the kill box? So it's to make sure that we have line of sight, max range and line of sight on every shooter, and they come in a single spot, and then we just connect the wall. Eventually we're going to like wrap it all the way around. You could just do a straight line if you want. It doesn't really matter too much, but I want to make sure everyone always has line of sight no matter where the enemy can go. Talk to me. That was actually what I was just thinking, is maybe I set this up as a different kind. Did they add a new ending? No, it doesn't seem so. What are the goals for colony? To get to tier 3 of mechs, I hope. Why a baby sleeping spot in there? So I can test this. While I'm setting this up, it's nice to have that in case I put something in the wrong spot. You can actually target those to shoot it. So this is a test. Can my person shoot there or not? Quest wealth dependent? No. They're not. Yeah, I know about the toxic waste grenades, yeah. I think I'm just going to make it this small, and we'll go from... We can expand it later if I really need to. I could just go ahead and make it all the way down here. You know what? Screw it. Let's just do it from the start. Okay. I'm going to actually connect that all the way through, and then we'll tear it down once it's made. That'll allow us to work on that even when we have raids and stuff. So, all right. I'm going to try a vampire playthrough eventually. I mean, we already have a vampire, but I'm going to do a playthrough with only vampires eventually, yeah. A goal to have one of each of the boss mechs, that would be pretty cool, yeah. What are my outer walls made out of? Sandstone. So we know if quest rewards value change with difficulty settings. It seems like they do. It also changes a little bit with how many DLCs you have. Because when I went and I did a back to vanilla playthrough recently, and I got way better quest rewards on my back to vanilla run. Like lots more res serums, lots more, a lot of good things actually. It's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. So any tears, welcome in. Mech bosses have we done so far? 2 of the first ones. Haven't done the second one yet. Yeah, I know. And one thing with royalty especially is you get all these L-Tex rewards all the friggin' time. It's like, it seems like every quest that comes up is friggin' L-Tex shirt. It's like, do you want another L-Tex shirt? No. Is DLC allowed in Australia? No idea. It'll be rated mature if it is. Quest rewards based on raid points. Gotcha. You had 3 Diabolus in a straight mech raid? I thought that wasn't supposed to happen at the moment. I wonder if that's a bug. Why are the cat ears skin colored? That's a good question, mate. Alright, Yoshi. Let's have you equip this. And I'll send you on the road. We're going to have him trade some of this off for... some components. And then when he comes back, we'll send him off again with waste. Can't carry very much weight. Waste is super heavy, unfortunately. Might have to get some more animals to just go dump more at a time. But once you get this back, it'll definitely be time to start worrying about that. So, all right. Leave those open for right now. All right, so the trade beacon. So for anyone that doesn't know, this changed back in like 1.3. So I'll explain this because I know people ask about it. So basically with center drop pirates or center drop outlanders, center drop raids that are non-mech raids have a 40% chance. Oh, crap, it's supposed to not be roofed. One second. Have a 40% chance to target an unroofed trade beacon. Unroofed trade beacon. And a 60% chance to target a pawn, center drop on a pawn that is not under overhead mountain. So by putting one of these out here unroofed, it gives us a 40% chance that one of those scary drop powder raids instead lands out there. So we're hedging our bets a little bit. Narth is like 60. Let's go copy out. Rika, thank you for the 12 months, a whole almost calendar year. Thank you, Rika. You devour the YouTube stuff. Thank you. All right, we'll go ahead and grab 2 of these, and then I will send that later on, move them in the right place later on. Do they have to be powered? When we tested it in 1.3, it seemed like they needed to be powered, yeah. But so I always power them. Yeah, they don't take a lot of power anyway. I haven't tested it in a long time. They only take 40 watts, but caravan is there, so we're gonna go ahead and trade. Just trading in some wealth for some components. Okay. Oh, it's still the same as before. They haven't reset yet. Oh, that means we already got all the components from them as well. All right, we'll just take the silver and come back then. When do they reset? I should have settled near more traders. 12 days. Okay, 12 days. Begins. Increase your odd. No, they don't. There's a slave ship. There is, but I don't have anything to sell or buy, so I'm not gonna look, because if I look and there's like some kind of god pawn, I'm gonna be upset that I can't get it. But I have literally no silver. I have basically nothing that a slave ship will buy. Gene extraction, blue name just started to leave. That's interesting. Did you extract the prisoner gene? Like, what is that? Yoshi put that stuff back on. Whatever, Yoshi. Ah, that reminds me. I was setting up clothing rules at the end of the stream. I forgot about that. All right, let's set up clothing rules. So we're gonna go into assign, menge outfits. We're gonna do a new outfit for our ranged characters. We're gonna turn off allow tainted. Gonna turn off headgear. Gonna leave armor on. Utility. We're gonna turn off shield belt. For noble apparel, we'll deal with that ourselves. And then we're gonna turn on duster. Pants, and button down shirt. And we're going to set this to 51 or better, normal or better. And then everyone aside from Get a Life and the children. Okay. And not Yoshi either. All right. All right, that'll be fine to start with. I'm gonna go back in here. I'm gonna change this just slightly. Okay, we'll get rid of the tatter debuff on everyone doing it this way. There we go. Take a little bit of time. Mod for persistent outfit presets. There are, yeah. I don't know if it's updated, but I think it's, what is it, KV something settings or something. But yeah, there is one. I forget the name of it though. 8-Man rules. That's a name that looks like it belongs over in Artosis's chat. 8-Man. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. Much appreciated. Great. How bad are the moody buffs for having the barracks like that? How do you offset that? It maxes at a -3. I offset it because the room is very impressive and they're getting like a plus, what was it? Like plus 14 mood boost from it right now. So it's a -3. It's pretty easy to overcome -3. New endings? No. Animal disease, plague. Setting up clothing rules. There is, but it's out of date. You can still get some information from it, but that guide was from 1.1, so a lot of stuff isn't applicable anymore. You don't need some of the stuff, so. Why concrete floor? Exclamation concrete and exclamation concrete 2 are 2 clips that'll explain the concrete floor. Thank you, Matt. Much appreciated. All right, we gotta be getting close. Close. All right. Now let's get this done. Okay. Is that concrete information? It is, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the basics of the whole thing is just set your things to make until you have 1 set it for 52% or higher, normal or higher on the production. And that's it. That's all you change. Just do it till you have X. X is 1 to 2. 52% normal. And then on the assignments, just make sure you set the assignment to 51 or higher, normal or higher. And what this will do is your pawns will wear the clothing until it's about to get tattered. And then they'll take it off and then they'll put on the clothing that's in the storage. And it'll just self-correct itself always as long as you have material. And you don't have to worry. It self-corrects when you get new colonists. It's good forever. That's the very basics of it. Ways to cause adaption? No. We have a raid point and adaption guide, Smurf and I, it's been under construction, but it's on the back burner for some other stuff. Rich, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Thank you, Rich. Much appreciated. It's gonna be a weird burn tunnel. Never had one quite like that. Any plans for resentment? I don't know what you mean. Plans for resentment? I mean, later on, I'll sit in the shower and I'll cry and I'll resent many things in my life. No, not really. Don't be sad for me. There's no reason to build more shelves at the moment. There's literally no reason. It'll just make the raids bigger. There's no reason. I know everyone wants to see more of the shelves. I am using them where it's applicable, but like there's just no reason to use more at the moment. Yes, I know I can fit this into less space with more shelves at the moment, but shelves add wealth. They add raid points. So literally building more shelves just so stuff isn't on the floor is going to not improve the impressiveness of the barracks at all. It's not going to improve it at all. So the only real benefit, aside from people liking it better in chat, no, that's it. That's the only benefit. But make shelves. Eventually I'll make more shelves, but no, they're not eating the floor rice. They clean the floor rice off before they put it on these shelves, you see? Let's just go ahead and build a golden statue. Tinier room where there's no supper. Scrap. Must be carried to the recharger. Scrap. Why have you done this? Oh, I see. I see. Shelf conversation. Could it potentially reduce raids due to how tile wealth works? No. What do you mean? It doesn't cover up wealth on the tile, so no. They lowered the wealth value of shelves, and they also lowered, but it still is some value. There's just no reason for it. It's going to add such a minuscule number of raid points. It probably doesn't matter. But my point is, there's just no reason to at the moment. It doesn't do anything for my game. Best way to deal with flash storms: ignore them. There's not much, flash storms don't last very long, so not much you need to do. Just put out fire. Have they been testing the exploits used and still functioning? They are, yeah. They're still, those ones are still working, Toki, yeah. The ones from that video have not been patched. All right, let's rename it. Atom. You're talking about item wealth versus structure wealth, not tile wealth. Oh, I misunderstand what you were talking about. I thought you meant like shelves cover up wealth on the tile or something. No, but with the reduced wealth of a shelf, I'd have to see. But I don't have a lot of wood laying around, so I'd have to cut more wood either way. But yeah, I'm not sure what the difference will be in 20 wood on the ground versus a shelf. Probably not a lot. Probably not too much, but yeah, I don't know yet. I'll have to test that. We'll have to test it. Atom and atom. I did have a bunch of bots outside the prison. I need to move them back, yeah. Oh, get a life, gamer. Why are you so slow? Look, eat this child. Look at her. Why are you so slow? He has scars. For Max, does that make Duck to Deep more concern than it used to be? They don't seem to go after the idle mech, so yeah, it doesn't seem to matter too much. Get him a skateboard. Darkness is peg leg for humans. Insects, mechs, and animals are unaffected. Peg legs, double peg leg is darkness. Yeah, singularity does not work against breacher, yeah. The video does say that, yeah. No, it doesn't work against breachers. Alright. I need to start getting some of this set up. So we can move on. We can move on. Okay. So we'll have them enter here. And then we'll do... That should be enough, I think, actually. I mean, this is a smaller area, so it might take a little longer for it to heat up, though. Gene remove darkness move penalty? I don't know. Yeah, that's one of the questions I was asking when we first read through them all. So I'm not sure if it does or not. We'll make it a little... Make it a little larger just in case. The rest of that area doesn't matter. Actually, I don't want them to balloon up there. I don't know. That might be a good idea, actually, for additional... I think I'm actually going to leave that. I'm actually going to leave that. Mainly because we can put another instance of collision there. Thank you. Thank you for watching over there. I appreciate it. Having fun with the DLC so far? Yeah, absolutely. Whoops, I need to fix that side. I'm just going to delete it before they start... Crap. Before they bring other stuff in there. I also need to move him. Did we get that made? We did, okay. Okay. A new box, a new box. Raising kids a really consistent way to train social as well. Yeah. Oh, the baby's crying again. Also, for anyone that didn't see, getting Hemogen packs gives like 3,000 medical experience. So honestly, if we're not taking this guy, yeah, screw it. We're just gonna set him to a Hemogen farm instead. It's 3,000 medical experience. It's really nuts. Well, that was with a passion. It was 3,000 with a passion. Someone does the surgery and they don't have a passion. I haven't looked at that one yet. What user packs without vampires? We have vampires, so it's for our vampires. Wonder if he's gonna grab the blood right off the bat. It also appears that normal pawns can just eat them too. They can also be used for blood loss recovery. That's interesting, but we've had normal pawns just eat the blood packs, which kind of sucks. You already see it. Bob, welcome in. Nemesis, welcome in. Okay. I wonder what the market value is on one of them too. Let's take a look at that. Ah, the baby's giggling. Nice. Nice. Market value is only 5 silver. Yeah, the counter blood loss thing is kind of crazy. Change HP for different stone blocks, making granite no longer the best. It's not because the HP changed, it's because 1.3 added breachers. Breachers are going to get through a granite wall the same speed as any other normal stone wall, so I might as well be able to build the walls faster. Breachers are a common raid type, so yeah, I hardly ever use granite anymore because it's so slow to build with. I would just rather build quickly. Can you forbid them for it? You probably could, yeah, in the food allowance, yeah. Silence, baby. Sucks the blood from prisoners before downing. Extracted hebo. You can, yeah. You can set the prisoner to be a blood. Let's see. You can set them to be a blood feed. Materials on the left, collapsible by group. In the bottom right, siege, crap. In the bottom right of your screen, there's something that says categorize mode. It's not a mod. Just turn it on and off from categorize mode. Man, I need to get more. Drop the baby. I've been slacking on getting more of these. I even talked about it late yesterday. Hey, we killed one. Nice hit. Yeah, in the bottom right of your screen, there's an icon that says categorize mode. You can just literally turn it on and off. No mod needed. We got some hussars in there, and they're all hussars, though. See one with red eyes. Two. What kind of weapons they got? Okay. What do I do to anger the Empire? I betrayed them in the early game to get better weapons and armor. I just haven't allied them back yet. Oh, nice shot. She missed where I aimed, but she destroyed one of their mortars, so take it. We gotta get our shooting up. Wow, that mortar hit all the beds. Luckily, no one was... Oh, it hit the baby! They just mortared the baby! It's dead in 2 hours! He lost both of his arms! Oh my god. The baby was at like 1 health. Lost both arms. Oh, and they hit the prisoner. Destroyed lung. Ouch. I can't believe it lived. What? It must have not hit him directly. It must have been very close, though. Baby seeking missiles, apparently. Good lord. Bring in another mortar from this. It's not just me that's committing the war crimes, the enemy. Yes, yes. How many shield belts do they have? Quite a few, actually. Can't believe the mortar hit the baby. She's breastfeeding the baby. It has no arms. Are we burning them? No, we don't need to burn them. Oh god, my mouse just disconnected for a second. Yeah, we're gonna use their we're gonna need their leather, so. Wow, that's crazy. Buying it baby soon. No, we're not doing gene extraction just yet, no. Sometime, though. Hopefully today. Can't believe the baby lost its arms. I wonder when the earliest is you can do an operation on them to add body parts. 3? 7? Just make another baby. Test whether loss of limbs affects child growth cycles. No, I did not know I was going to test that. Need for turrets? I basically never use turrets anyway, so... Yes and no. I pretty much don't use turrets other than to dictate where sappers go, so... The combat mechs have not changed my playstyle as far as turrets go, no. Let's turn the baby into a vampire. See if it regrows its limbs. Baby can't hurt you anymore. It's armless. Hurry up. We're almost here. Man, we're popping those shield belts. We don't even need the grenade to pop it. Tink? Boop died somehow. That one-shot Boop. Wow, the Tink one's actually pretty awesome standing right there. Get some shooting experience here. Where are you going? You're in control group 1, so like we're back out there to shut down. I know Tink was getting stunned. It didn't matter though. This baby basically just a worm now, yeah, pretty much. Cataphract armor. Nice, another great reason to anger the Empire. Oh, get him, child. Way to go. Way to go. Oh my god, some of our meat's burning. Get a lung for the baby, maybe. What's the best to do with the mech waste? I've just been dumping it for now. The atomizer will probably be the best thing, but that's more of a late game thing, so I've just been dumping it. Dumping it on a different tile. They're pre-cooking the meats. All right, a bunch of the beds got destroyed. Right, right. Any consequences for dumping it? Yeah, it makes the tile more polluted, so it can become a polluted tile, so you need to take it far enough away, and also it makes other factions nearby lose rep. You lose rep with them, so go back and watch today's stream from the start. Yes, click on my name, click on videos, and you can click on today's VOD from the start, Stone Lion. Vampire joined the colony and noticed she's younger than her dad. I'm guessing you mistyped that. It's usual that daughters are younger than their dads, yeah. Usually. I'm guessing that was a typo. Vin, thank you for the subscription. Thank you, Vin. Much appreciated. Rascal, thank you for the 11 months. Vay, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Long, 15 months. Thank you, Long. If you watch a 2x speed, you'll get caught up really quick. That's true, and then I'll sound drunk when you come back, so it's a win-win. Yeah, wow, I'm drunk. Why is he talking this way? Mistyped? Yeah. I figured that's what you meant. We gotta get that rebuilt. Yeah. Maybe I'm already drunk. Oh, I didn't use the scyther. I forgot. Okay. 4 years apart from the father. Yeah, there's lots of crazy things like that because of the actual age. If they've been frozen, you know, if they've been in stasis ever, it'll change it. Give cataphract. Let's see what it looks. Can the child wear cataphract? No, they can't. It's for an adult. It's unfortunate. But you can put it in a drop pod and drop on enemies, yeah. Oh my lord. Child with a minigun. Never thought I'd see it. Never thought I'd see it. RimWorld Kai, thank you for the excuse me, thank you for the 100 bits, RimWorld Kai. Almost hiccuped on you. Live speed after binging over 2x. It really is, yeah. I do timestamps a lot of times in 2x, and when I go to the back on it and click on the timestamps to check that they're accurate, it always sounds like I'm drunk, yeah. Okay, we need to resurrect Boop. Minigun with a child, yeah. Fly away, he's firing it. He has his own jump pack, just firing a minigun at the ground. Which child has the most kills? That's an interesting question. This one has 4 kills. 0. 0. 0. The only child with a kill is Experiment. He has so single digits still. If anybody don't see you versus RimWorld, let your time back, please. You only see me versus RimWorld. You'll have to check other older VODs for that. Hey, I just did a horror marathon. Many enemies, 2-star. I'm not gonna accept 2-star at the moment. The infinite infantry. Yeah, I can't believe our baby got mortared. It's really insane. Really insane that our baby got mortared. Never thought I'd say that. The poor child. Yeah. Whoops. Damage dealt 517. Damage taken 268 when he was in. Tinted 50 times while he was in prison. Well, he has lived a life. All right. The baby got mortared. Yes, the mortar almost centered on the baby. Destroyed 2 arms and a lung. How's the new DLC been? It's been pretty crazy. It's been pretty good though. It's kind of funny. Now I kind of wish I could choose to only have 1 Molotov on here. I want 1 Molotov on each side of the base, but instead I had to have 4 Molotovs to have that, to make that happen because how shelves are now. Just euthanize at this point? Why? That baby's destined for greatness. He can have bionic arms later in life. Sign up for Crazy RimWorld. That's true. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't run into that yet, unfortunately, or fortunately, I should say. Rest of belief. Fence in the kill box. Why not sand? Because a fence is a single material. It does the exact same thing as sandbag or as a barricade, but it takes it's only 1 material and it takes no time to build. It's like instant. So if you're just using it for slowing down, there's very little reason to use sandbags or barricades, which are, 5 times the material. And it just does the same thing. They slow down regardless what the item is. You can even use chunks. If you want to zone chunks, you can zone chunks in all those places and it'll do the same thing. The downside with chunks is they can be displaced and you have to go back in, but I haven't used the Toxfire generator. I kind of wish they had more power output for how much toxin they produce, but haven't tested them out yet in great detail anyway. How does kids gain traits? It's not random, no. So basically at different milestones in their life, different year marks, you'll get a chance to choose a trait, and how many choices you get depend on how their learning and growth tiers were as they were growing up. So basically if they learn a lot, if they play a lot, they will have more choices. Yeah. So treat the children well and you'll get more choices at those growth tiers. You're invested to see what happens. Oh, the gas army. Invested to see what happens to this baby. So they're attacking from 3 different angles. You're gonna prepare for a while? Okay. Are the traits you choose from random? It seems at least semi-random to be, because you can actually treat a child well and have all the traits be kind of crappy ones. So yeah, I don't know the specifics on how it chooses those yet. Yeah. Tox packs. Burns the lungs and the eyes. Reusable. Tox bomb launcher. So down here we got some Itakeen, a couple of them, some Hussars, lots of random hodgepodge enemies in there. Just to make sure, we're gonna restrict these doors. I don't want to screw it up and not have one of them get open. So we'll just do a door check really quick. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna go with Jacob on this one. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. They were using that here. Casting was a tier 1 sub, believe it or not. The cheese run, the cheese of the chunks along the border to stop spawns. You're doing that. Your pawns kept grabbing those chunks for block making. It's because you allow your pawns to go there. So there's two things you can do. You can either make a zone where it doesn't go to where those blocks are. So that will fix it in and of itself. I'd never let my people go to the edge of the map unless I'm controlling them. So that's the first thing. The second thing you can do is if you go into block cutting, you can actually choose the radius of materials. So if you do this, you can actually put the radius down like close if you want. And then you can have the stockpile of your chunks that they use within that radius. And if you ever want them to cut chunks, just make sure they get hauled to the radius. So that's the two things. Either don't let your people go to the edge of the map using zones, or set up the radius. Can you install learning and plans to kids? I haven't tried. For food management, exclamation food, kind of. Well, do you mean meals or do you mean planting? How does hunger radius work? Oh no. Because I have one on raw food. There it is. Thank you. Count me out. But if you mean meals, I can explain it really quick. How much food? So the game is balanced around needing 20 plots of any food, basically, in normal soil to feed a colonist simple meals forever. That's just the baseline. Now, fertility sensitivity and stuff like that and actual work time and whatnot impacted a lot. But the rule of thumb is if you get it 20... It grows every day, and it gets harvested right away. 20 tiles of food will feed someone on simple meals forever. You just don't have to worry about it. 15 rich soil rice, or 2 to 3 basins of hydroponic rice. It's on pause for the weekend. Oh, you hear the Itakeen will get hurt? Yeah, thanks, Pineapple. So we're gonna have to rebuild some of this because of the explosive, but all right, they're good. How does hunger work? All right. It's a mystery. Human fur. It's like human hair. Or like bear fur when birding. Those are the important questions. Do I have a favorite DLC? It's too early to say about Biotech. But Biotech is definitely way bigger than the other two. So it'll probably end up being Biotech. But of course it's like the new fresh thing at the moment. So... All right, I will be right back. Well, actually, let me check the recording. All right, we'll split the recording there with the burning of the raid, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna let this play on pause, but I'm gonna split the recording for YouTube. Stream's not ending. I'll be right back. I forgot to put those into rest mode. All right, be right back.